On this program, we'll let you in on everything happening across the state, both in the private sector and in the political landscape as well. Today, we'll be focusing on the Youth Council election in Cross River State. We have here with us live the National President of Youth Council in Nigeria. We'll be talking to him briefly about his own take, what has been responsible for all the controversy, the misunderstanding, the inability to contest election in Cross River State, and what is his advice to the people, and what should they guide against in case of next time. All right, so we have here with us, Mr. President, Ambassador Sukubo'S, Sara-Igbe, live here in Cross River State. We want to hear from him what he thinks about the whole process regarding the Youth Council. So welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we've heard your trajectory. We've heard that you're a man that stands with the rule of law, and we've heard your insistence on the fact that Youth Council must do the right thing. So let's speak about the Cross River State experience. What can you say so far?
So first, I thank the governor of Cross River State, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Cross River State, for giving us the conducive environment for us to conduct the Youth Council elections. This is the second time this election has come up. The first time it was postponed based on irregularities and inconsistencies of the Constitution of the National Youth Council of Nigeria and the negligence of duty of the provision of the council. And I was shocked to see that being president of the organizations as what they call the act or the custodian of the Constitution, and also the secretary of the Board of Trustees. And I was sworn in oath by that Constitution to defend the Constitution and at the same time to defend the young people of this great country, Nigeria. So I believe vividly one of my tasks is to speak out when it has come to issues of constitutional provisions. Yeah. And I noticed and I informed the government of Cross River State that the election can hold under the guise of the candidates that we are contesting, because we are shocked, we were surprised. I came in yesterday morning and I got their data, their information from the field, and I checked the NIN portal with their names and phone numbers. I noticed that some of them are 47, 46, and Federal Ministry of Youth and Sport Development is also here on ground to also follow the process of the elections, and of which that is a ministry that also has policies for youth activities in this country. And our constitution says 18 to 35 maximum for any elective office of the organizations. So I now notice that out of the 27 persons, it's only 2 persons genuinely that are between the range to contest the election. So, and from the government of Cross River State, we can go for that such election. So I was appealed by the power brokers and the authority of the state to see how I can give waiver. And I told them waiver comes on 2 ways. Number one, waiver on caretaker, if it is caretaker of a team that is not an electoral process, I won't look at the age. 2, if it is an harmonization and a contest without no contest, willingly accepting and stepping down, then we can fly. But the most important thing that I am also comfortable as a president of the National Youth Council of Nigeria to promote youth that are above the range between 18 to 35. So I stick to the provision of the Constitution and I speak out. And up to now, as I speak, the election has not been held, and they are still doing permutations. In fact, as I speak with you, I have invited all the 8 chairmanship aspirants to meet with me here for me to hear from them, and for me to also know who have willingly withdrawn from the race before we can now fix the election either tonight or this evening or maybe next other time.
That's interesting. So you talked about the permutations and all of that. So I want to get clarity on this. This Constitution, has it not been available? Did they not go through the Constitution when they were initiating the process of this election in the first place?
It's okay.
Or did they ignore it?
I faulted the committee that who claimed they screened candidates. But there is a duty of the committee that I'm doing now as the president of the organization. Is the committee to point it out from them from the beginning. Sir, with this, we can't proceed with your form. Don't even bother to say you're contesting, because you have already failed the process of the provision of the Constitution. But the committee compromised. That is what I saw. And I have to take the bull by the horn to speak out and let everyone know that we can't go with this atmosphere. It can't even represent us anywhere. And even the federal ministry cannot also sign that result.
Right.
because they are one of their policies that used to regulate youth activities in the country.
Okay.
It's clear in the national youth policies signed by the Federal Executive Council by the President that youth between the 18 to so years will be the one that form youth bodies and youth activities. That they deal with all our Ministry of Youth across the nation. So it's a fault of the committee, but so even though it's their fault because I'm there, that is why I'm the president, is to do the right thing and let the government know we can't go with them with the election.
All right, so you've said you cannot reinforce failure.
Yes.
And you cannot fan anybody to failure.
Yes.
That is your own take as a person.
That's all.
All right, so that leads me to the next question. Mr. President, you say when you go to equity, you go with clean hands. So that leads me to this question. How old are you? Were you 35 when you became president?
I said when I was 2021, I was 34 plus when I came to Calabar for contest.
Okay.
And the constitution says that before your 35th birthday, then you can contest. You can be in the office, your age is above 35. You will stay your tenure to complete. The constitution requires that on or before your 35th birthday, that is when you are qualified to contest. But as soon as you knock 35 and above, you can't contest. But you're in 34, you can contest. You're in 32, you can contest. In the next 4 years, you are going to stay. Maybe you're in 34. The next 4 years, you are going to stay. You will be 38 when you are leaving. Then, or you're in 33. The next 4 years, you are going to say you are going to be 37. The law has no embargo on that.
Right.
But the law targeted is that between 18 to 35 is the range you will be before you can go. Then anything is above 35, you can no longer contest. But it can be in the office, the age meet you there, has no issues with that.
You know, I feel excited as a youth because this is like revamping the whole process in the whole of Nigeria. Now, you know, you say when you want to fight corruption, corruption will fight back.
Yes.
So how prepared are you for this fight?
It's okay. I think this is the 14th or 13th state we are practicing this constitution nationwide. We did it in Taraba, we did it in Castina, we did it in Sokoto, we did it in Kogi, we did it in Rivers, we did it in Delta, we did it in Edo, we did it in Akwa Ibom, we did it in Lagos, we did it in Ogun. Now, we did it in Bayelsa too. We did it in Anambra, we did it in Enugu, and we did it in Ekiti. Now we are in Cross River to make the 15 states this proper process. Orientation and process is on. And we follow latter to our constitution. And to be honest with you, when you are representing a group of people, it's not a politically inclined, as in a political office that you have the money, you have the power to undo what you want to do. If you do you with your voice, it doesn't take you and use money to bribe them. In our own case, it's not like that. The only thing we enjoy among ourselves is the democratic process we are learning. If we grow from this, the way and manner it is being set, we can take it as a part of our CV to also go to the secular politics and compete with the political elites. But if we failed as young people now that we have everything between our reach to practice our democratic way, even though we go to the secular politics, we can't succeed because we fail to learn now. All
right, so Mr. President, one of your slogans said maintain the good elders.
Not the good elders, maintain the elders. The bad one or the good one.
Okay, so maintain the elders.
Yes.
Meaning that in all your processes there must be elders.
Yes.
So in a process that was midwife in the presence of elders, how can that process end in error?
It's okay.
So now, how can we correct that inconsistency in Cross River?
Now, when they said build the youth, we said build the nation. Build the nation, maintain the elders. Not like this building. It is young people between our range that carry blocks, be like carpenters, did their messing work, do the laboring work. They will get old, but they are the one who put this structure. So this house at that time will need to accommodate all those people who labored for them. They are not coming to carry what they call the block and carpentry work again. But because of they are the one that build this house when they are much, much younger. Whatever thing that is coming from this house, we take care of them. They're like, I'm an entrepreneur, for an example, at the age of 25, and I build a company. I expect that even at the age of 60, that company should take care of me as an entrepreneur. Because Everything is being done by when I was small. So what we do, when you have served as council member, both at the local level, at the state level, at the national level, when the younger one take over power, you should know the history of the council, who to consult, who to reach out to, who you can bring to board to tap knowledge about the processes of the organization. And when you are tapping knowledge, you also need to bless the elders, whether with water or with anything that is available within the area. So if you keep maintaining the elders, you will not see that the elders will not be scared of you, that you are coming to compete with them. Because one thing, let me just say this one day.
Yeah.
Why National Youth Council of Nigeria changed their slogan to say, build the youth, build the nation. Build the nation, maintain the elders. Our elders are not leaving the political space for young people to contest. You know why? They are afraid that we are coming to chase them away from the political corridor. But what will give them hope that give us this power, where we maintain you, they were now willing to support us in even a secular politics.
So the elders are supposed to offer advisory services.
Yes.
By guiding this youth effectively to ensure that we don't have the issue like we're having in Cross River today.
Yes.
So in the presence of the elder, the process is still in error.
No,
so are you telling me the elders in Cross River are not doing what they're supposed to do?
Now, let me say this one. The elders, that's what I'm saying. The elders have their rules to play.
So would you say they played their role in Cross River, the Cross River experience right now?
If the youth in power did not call the elders, they won't come and play. That's what I was telling you. So it is your duty.
But have you found that categorically that they did not call the elders?
They didn't.
They did not.
They did not. Because they didn't do consultation.
Okay.
If they did consultation, they will give them the rightful advice. And that is the reason why we said, even though you have assumed power, we are saying that assume, but remember, someone was there. You have to take care of that person, to tap knowledge, to tap wisdom, so that at the end of the day, if they bring issues that you know that you are novice to it, you know where you can get a result. You can fall back and get a result. Like me, as even I'm here, I've spoken to former president like 2-3 on these evil Calabar processes. I was telling my ESCO, I fall back home and I do consultation. One of my leaders came yesterday, his name is Temple Chika. I was Chairman Rivers far back 2015 to 2017. About 2013 to 2017, I was Chairman Rivers. When I want to upgrade from that Chairman of Rivers to Chairman of Chairman's Forum, just like Governor's Forum, the Enugu State Chairman then, Temple Chika, was acting capacity of the Chairman's Forum. He was the one who handed over to me. When this process started, he's here working for a company, private sector. I invited him. He joined me yesterday. So some of the decision I took there is part of it. That is why we said
maintaining the elders.
You maintain the elders. And when you came, we also have what they call te-te-te.
Yeah.
So even today, he has reached out to me 2 times. When that's when you. But why we want to maintain the elders as young people? We must grow with that spirit.
Yeah.
If we don't grow with this spirit of we will take care of our elders, even it will be difficult for our elders to leave the political space for us to contest for any election. Because they are scared that we are coming to chase them, we are coming to retire them. No, you are not retired, sir. We are going to take care of your needs. So we can get this support from our elders to go to secular politics areas for local government chairmen, assemblies, House of Rep, Senator, Governor, and even the President.
The Cross River State, we are running the people's government. And we have a very credible governor who believes that due process should be followed in all processes. Now, my next question to you would be that what is the way forward?
Okay.
What is your decision on this Cross River State issue on the Youth Council?
I made a promise before yesterday. I left the stadium before the media and the CEO to I assured them election should hold.
Sure.
And I still repeat that word, election will hold. But it will hold in the guise of everybody understanding and everybody acceptability. That is when this election will hold. I have not reframed from that yesterday's speech I made. Election will hold, but we will monitor the way and manner it suits and follow the constitutional provision. The governor of Cross River State is a wonderful person. In fact, when you see him telling that the president of the National Youth Council of Ghana says, I've seen among all the governors now in the South, he's best among. Number one, what I met the last 4 years when I came to Cross River as government house, then it's not the one I'm seeing now, it's under construction. That alone, you know that the man is here to do something new. He's here with the renewed hope agenda. Means we want to change the face of the governance that has been there before. And I was overwhelmed received by the deputy governor on behalf of the governor yesterday. He has given us sense of reasoning that yes, the government are interested in young people. And any government I found that is in love with young people, you find my support. You find my support as a president. Well, that is what I stand to represent. When the young people are accessible to the government, when the young people are given role to play in the government, means that one of my responsibility as a president to clamor for has already been solved.
Sure.
So I have to give the governor kudos and credence that I love him. And I love him.
All right, so...
And let me say this to you.
Okay.
I served as a state chairman, Rivers State. I was not paid any subvention for the 4 years. Rivers State, according to in coach, is one of the maybe the hub of South. But I have never given any fair what they call money as subvention. But I was told the governor of Cross River State, as of this year, he has approved increase the budget of Cross River State Youth Council to 10 million.
10 million, yes.
And giving them also youth house. As president of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, federal government has never given me subvention. Federal government, I said it.
Wow.
For the past 8 good years now, we have not taken 1,000 and a call subvention from the federal government. Even they have never given us a building called youth house.
Wow.
One room we are using as a National Youth Council of Nigeria, a whole country of this, a whole apex youth body in this country. But I saw the governor, wonderful governor, tell him that the president of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, thank him so much for giving us the hope that, in fact, I said even the youth to Cross River, they should re-elect him for second time without even looking back.
I like that.
With the support he has given to the youth of Cross River State and the leadership of the National Youth Council of Nigeria love him so much. That is me, my appeal to the governor and the government of Cross River State.
All right, that's interesting.
Yes.
All right, so if you're just joining us, the program is Inside Cross River, and we are privileged to have the president of the National Youth Council of Nigeria right here with us. And we've been talking about the Youth Council elections in Cross River. Okay, Mr. President, let's digress a little from Cross River State and talk about the bigger picture for the youth in Nigeria.
The protest?
In the presence of the cost of living crisis. What is the way for? What is the direction for the youth?
I think my appeal to the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is that if people are not talking to him the truth, I will tell him the truth. Mr. President of our dear country, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, she know Nigeria are suffering. The masses is suffering. It will shock to see that, as a president of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, I don't move with escort because I feel that is my constituency. I live with them, I interact with them, I engage them, I speak with them, I talk with them, I sleep with them. And the kind of hardship that is in the land, we don't preach and I don't pray. If it becomes a time bomb, even me, that as a president of the organization, I don't think I can sleep very well again. So my appeal to the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is that the decision federal government are taking is not favorable to the masses of this country.
Okay.
Nobody should stay in his office, in National Assembly or one ministry or one appointment to hype the president. What we need president to do is to engage youth leaders to know what is our real pains. And I'm happy with the president. Since 1999 to date, his government has given hope to young people for political appointment. I give to the president. Highest we have received as young people in this great country. President Bola Tinubu did very well. His governance, his government has proved to us, yes, they have the youth at heart. But decisions and policies are not favorable, not only youth alone, the masses, the Nigerian masses. And any governor, any president, any political appointee, no minister, I repeat, no minister, that I don't think will walk up to the president and tell him the truth. Because everybody goes there for high service. But as the president of the National Youth Council of Nigeria,
the current upright that is about to take place. I have been reached out to, and all this while I've been trying to talk to some youth groups. Currently, when they are thinking that this ethnicity, this youth group, it will not be so. This is a problem of this our dear country. Our people are also planning to join the protest. Our young people in diaspora, we're also talking to them that they should not bring international disgrace to our country. So, Mr. President, we want to appeal to you, engage the youth leadership that want to carry out these protests to know what is actually their problem. The way you engage the labor union and TUC, for us to put things before you and for you to know actually what is our problem. But I'm trying my best to talk to some youth leaders on the protests, because if Nigerian youth are coming out for protests, me, President of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, I will play my role. What is my role? Two things will happen. Either I join them or either I talk to them. I have two roles to play. First, either I join the protest or I will talk to them to see other possible way to carry out their grievances or to hire their view without the protest. So these are the two windows I can apply as a president. But because the hungry man is an angry man.
Sure.
And they said one thing again, the idle man is devil workshop. There is no job, no employment in this country. And Nigerian government, we are not producing.
But is there a possibility of renewing the hope?
These are the things that will be...
The renewed hope agenda, is it working out? No,
the renewed hope agenda of the Mr. President, for him, is a blueprint.
Okay.
But the angels, who are the actors, are who the appointees, the political appointees that will actualize that renewed hope. It's not effective to the masses.
Okay.
It's not working.
Okay.
And that is the truth of the matter.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. President, let's talk about your personal template as a president of the National Youth Council of Nigeria. You became president, and it's been a few years now. What would you say has been your greatest achievement, and what is your template as a president?
I think the most important thing, my achievement as a president of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, first is to end the 17 years crisis that has been lingering for the organizations, not to have stability, and for them not to take them serious.
Okay.
And I brought what they call seriousness onto the business. I think you can bear me witness. You were there yesterday. The government officials were there. Of the state, and would let them know that we have to bring sanity to these organizations and must follow later with our the constitution of the organization. So it's one of my achievements. The second achievement we have gotten, so far so good. The previous administration gave us an access of loan of 75 billion naira for Nigerian Youth Investment Fund. Our former President Buhari, who gave us that opportunity, that we also, the Ministry of Youth then also reach out to us. We see young people, thousands of people benefited from that loan, 500,000, 1 million for small scale businesses during our stay. We have that record. And the scholarship that we also give to over 600 students, apart from a multinational company with the National Youth Council of Nigeria by one of our South brother, Belemoyi, who is an industrial son of the region, who partnered with the National Youth Council of Nigeria that for that landmark achievement. We're also pushing hard to see, before we leave office, if this NYC will be knocked into law by the Nigerian government. That is one of our targets we want to achieve. And November 30th, we are celebrating our 60th anniversary. Okay. NYC will be 60 this year.
Wow.
And these are the questions Nigeria are going to ask me. President of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, can you give us a landmark story of the 60th anniversary you want to celebrate? What is achievement and what is the impact of the organization? Like, what is the Nigerian government has done for this organization?
Sure.
These are the questions that will come in appropriate time. They will answer. But I appeal to the president and the people in authority to look inward. The organization exists and is a voice of the people, is a voice of the young people, both home and abroad. The National Youth Council of Nigeria is affiliated to Pan-African Youth Union and World Assemblies of Youth.
All right.
And I believe that with us, Nigerian government can also get to the roots and get to our people, and because we exist in the 36 states and FCT, and we exist in the 774 local government area and the 6 geopolitical zone as organization.
All right. I was so surprised when I heard you stand your grounds and said there cannot be any kangaroo arrangement under your watch, and you stood by it to the end. we are used to processes where the youth will name a price and they'll be paid and anything will be done and they go. Because of this weaponization of poverty, now in every process you go, you see a lot of compromise. Now I can't tell you all I have heard or all I've seen as an investigative journalist. I've been following this process tenaciously. I don't want to go into that. But on this issue of credibility that you have brought on board, how will you ensure that the rest of the team across the 36 states of Nigeria, including the FTC, practice the same process?
It's okay. One thing that it has come to stay is that one, my fear is my successor that will come on board will be a so sound mind like me to look at the provision of the Constitution. Now, compromise always comes when the eyes of the leaders we are no longer there on the process. But the moment the leader eyes pointed at that particular thing, the leader will do everything possible for it to get it done the way and manner it will be okay with people, not to one person. And the way we have done it now, the Youth Council have said states should not hold their own election any longer. The national will supervise the processes so that this compromise you are talking about will no longer repeating himself. So based on that one, we have no interest. We are neutral. Everybody that is contesting is our own babies. We are their parent body. So we will see that we'll give everybody what they call equal opportunity for the contest or for an aspiration. And they too, they are saying, we are also looking at even the local government forms. The local government forms they will use. Maybe next time, national is the one to produce for all the local government elections. Why we say so? Because when the local government are weak, your government become weak. Because the local government is only government that is nearest and accessible to the grassroots. Before you talk of the state government. Even the state government service, according to our is inside the local government. But let me say River State. Where is River State? River State is sitting, it is the state government is sitting in Port Harcourt City local government. It's not local government, it's local government. You go to Lagos. Where is the Lagos State headquarters? Ikeja. Ikeja is where Ikeja local government, where is the state government is sitting. So you will not say that when the court of state, the state too is inside the local government, but the only accessibility that our people has is the local government they easily access. And I have to be honest with you, we are looking at our next review constitution will be very powerful. We want to recognize our traditional rulers at our local level and say that how the Youth Council can also be a supporting base for them. And for them to also know that there is a value that we have given to them. Because one thing that have made us to drown as country, the day they drawn all the power from this our traditional rulers to government, we become handicapped, we become perpetual, as in people that doesn't know what we are doing. Because let me say, as a criminal in this town, and the criminal, because of his working for one political godfather, and expose that person because maybe he has a political godfather somewhere. But the moment the king have a firm grip, and there is a tie between him and the government, the king will be bringing a report to the government. Look, weekly reports from my community. There is a peace, there is sanity, there is calm down. When we begin to have this thing, and the king equally in the community level has structure. What are the structure in the community? You get the women group, you get the youth group, you get the CDC, they call them Community Development Committee Group. He got the chief, he got the council of chief, you get elders and stakeholders. And maybe students who are in schools that are going to project in that community. You get this structure to be part of the community structures. You will see time to time the king will bring a report. In our community, we saw some strange move. This is what the community leadership have done. Then the government is following up. Security agencies will be there with the government. But when these things can be only done at the local government level so that it can swing into action. But the valuable strength our traditional rulers has been taken away from them, so they're handicapped. And that is why you see that insecurity become the highest threat to our Nigerian government. Our traditional rulers all has been handicapped. So someone can stay somewhere and call one political leader because of his have a political leader. And the king cannot have any voice to report such person. So these are the challenges we are having in our society. Areas of, you see, threats and what they call insecurity challenges we are facing in this country.
So as the president of the youth in Nigeria, can you tell us categorically how you feel? Would you say that there's hope?
Yes, there is hope. Definitely. What Nigeria is living on today is hope. If there is no hope, I don't think everybody will fed up with this country. Because what the hope we have is that we have no another country. Our country is called Nigeria. Means that it will be better tomorrow than today. That is the hope that we are living with.
All right, so I want to say thank you very much.
You're welcome.
But before we go, the waiver you're talking about, is that the executive fiat of the president of Youth Council to give waiver?
It's okay.
Or is it a collective decision of the council itself?
It's okay. The waiver they are requesting, and we told them that if it is a provision of the constitution, you can't give a waiver.
But can the president stand alone and give waiver?
That is why we see here, I have my national secretary general is here with me. That is, I have moved the secretariat to Uyo. My vice president South, he is the leader of the zone, is here with me. My organizing secretary South is also here with me. My national program officer is here with me. You will notice that the zonal structure is here. The secretariat of the youth council moved to Cross River. So if you say we should print a document and sign on behalf of the organization,
everybody's here.
Is between the president and the secretary general. They are all here.
All right.
And you will see that any matter that is above the two of us, that means in the organization, nobody can solve it.
All right, so this is a collective decision.
Decision.
To give a waiver on the grounds of harmonization.
Yes, no contest.
No contest.
No contest.
All right, so your last message now to the youth of Nigeria. The whole country, the spotlight has been on Cross River because of this election. And of course, you've been trending since yesterday. Your activities in Cross River, your insistence on the fact that the rule of law must prevail and the right thing must be done. Now, your credibility has improved based on what and I was looking at the trend table yesterday and all of that. Everybody knows you are in this state and you cannot live there without solving the issue like you have said. What is your last word to all Nigerians and out there?
It's okay. I will advise young people to put themselves in contest by constitutional provision for any democratic process. And to also respect what they call rule of law and respect constituted authority. The last word is, I have only two advice for young people. For any contest, they should respect the rule of engagement. Meaning the constitution, they should subject themselves to the constitutional provision of any election they are going to. And they should also respect the rule of law and respect constituted authority. Constituted authority, it can be in government, it can be in your organization. Like we are like the constituted authority in Youth Council as a National Executive Council. And it will benefit you more if you respect constituted authority and also follow the rule of law. One, it will make you to understand or to know what you have done, you don't know. And it will make you to learn fast. Like yesterday, because we are considered authority of the organization, we have to tell them the true story of the matter. People have learned yesterday. And now they are not shifting their blame to governor or to commissioner or to anybody any longer that the person wants me or the commissioner is not supporting me or the governor is not supporting me or this leader doesn't want me to contest any longer. You have already seen yourself that you are automatically disqualified because you have learned your lesson. That is why I said my advice to them, young people, two things: to respect constituted authority, to subject themselves to the provision of the constitution, and also respect the rule of law. That is all.
Okay, so one more thing, sir. For the fact that these infractions still happened, even when the people in charge knew that that was not supposed to be obtainable, what do you have to say about that?
No, I told them that the process they came and briefed me, I'm not acceptable. I will have to follow my provision. Every contestant that said he's not contesting will come before me and sign a document. I'm withdrawing from the race. And I will not satisfy it. Then before we can
guard against litigation.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Thank you very much. So it's not what they did there I'm going to follow.
Okay.
Doesn't
So you are
follow.
not backing up the process that has been done already?
Yes, I'm not backing up.
So you have to do your own fresh process?
Yes.
So you're not saying categorically nobody has emerged?
I don't know anybody from my own record. Nobody has emerged.
Nobody has emerged?
Nobody.
And no kangaroo process?
No half persons have emerged. All
right. So
it's all rumor. They are rumoring.
Okay.
That's what I'm calling.
But you are guaranteeing perseverance that you are going to give them a president before you leave.
They are going to have substantive executive council member before I leave.
How do you mean?
Means when they say substantive executive, now we have caretaker.
Yes.
Because of the election, they know.
Okay.
So before I will leave, there will be substantive executive that will take over from the caretaker committee.
All right, before you leave.
Thank you.
That's good enough for us.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I'm so excited to say that the Youth Council has reorganized the process, revamped the process. And we are very happy with the current president who has left no stone unturned to ensure that the right thing is done, following procedures to election on the electoral process on how to elect anybody from president to any other position in the council. My name remember it is Akpala. The program remains inside Cross River. Don't forget, this is people's government, and in the people's government, people can ventilate. If they're not comfortable, they ventilate, and that's what they have done. And the president has come out to speak on behalf of the people. They say the voice of the people is the voice of God, and we are thankful to the current president of the National Youth Council of Nigeria. My name remember it is Akpala. We keep giving you update on the activities of government in Cross River State. Bye bye.